Jam.
What's going on, folks?
Yes!
Welcome back to the No Thoughts Podcast. We host Ron. And on today's episode,
What it is? What you want to talk about?
I don't know.
We back. How about that, man?
Yeah.
We back. A lot of stuff been going on. You know what I mean? We ain't been tapping in with y'all, but we back, man. How y'all feel out there?
Yeah, let us know how y'all feeling. Drop it, a comment in the comment section. And go ahead, we're gonna put it on y'all. Get us started. What we gonna talk about? We had some things we were ironing out, so we are both drawing a complete blank on what tonight's episode is about. Y'all gotta forgive us, but if you look on YouTube, I think we're approaching 200 episodes, so y'all can't even give us no slack for that because we gave y'all a lot of content over these years.
A lot of it.
So let's just talk about the stupidity that people do online.
Oh my God.
You know what? Let's talk about cancel culture. Cancel culture. We was going to do this podcast, but $1 million worth of game, they already did that. But I'm like, you know what? So what? We got our own opinions. Let's do it anyway.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the whole cancel culture thing?
I don't even know what that is.
So basically, somebody screw up. Like you seen, they had Doja Cat. She was in some like racist online chat group where they were dropping the N-word. She wasn't, but they were. And she kind of let it go, and people were like, "Nah, stop! Don't listen to her music. Don't listen to R. Kelly because he's a rapist. Don't watch the Cosbys because of Bill." So basically, when you screw up, people were like, "Yeah, let's shut that person out for what they did."
I agree with it. I mean, that's just the best way. I mean, as far as like everything that's been going on, like we've seen, like people shouldn't be able to like make a profit off of. And is it set like for like our culture, like like the hip hop culture, the black culture, like is it?
I mean, everything starts with the hip hop culture.
Okay, okay. Well, I would say I agree with it because like I'm going to use Tekashi 6ix9ine. He came in the industry as a I want to say rapper, whatever.
He's a Mexican.
Yeah, well, he is a Mexican. He is technically he is a Mexican, but how he came in and he just get a pass pretty much for everything that he do. He say nigga all day, and then he definitely a culture vulture. You know what I mean? He took.
Isn't everybody that's in hip hop?
How you gonna say everybody?
Everybody, all of them. They all. I mean, everybody who ain't black.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. If you want to say, no, I don't agree. Like everybody, you think Bruno Mars is?
He ain't black?
No.
What is he?
Not black.
Which could be a million things.
No, I mean he just he's not black. So what is he? You know what I mean? I don't know. Black people here ain't that damn curly.
I mean, where did he get his soulful singing and stuff from if he ain't black?
I mean, but it just seemed like he did his homework, or that's what he followed. Like I don't have a problem with people that respect who, the people that was before their time. You know what I mean? So he do get his shout outs too. But like what Tekashi 6ix9ine is, he took what we was doing and he kind of like, I don't care. Like, okay, I'm telling on you, I'm snitching, I'm gonna say nigga, and whatever, and y'all gonna still buy my music. No, we need to shut that down. Well, not now, but what's up,
But doesn't it go over the line sometimes? Because some people is just like, people make mistakes, people did stuff in the past, they grow, and it's like you still want to shut them out.
No, that's it. Once you show your true colors, I don't give a damn. Riley Cooper, he's shut up. Nah, man, you're not gonna show me your ass to kiss and then, excuse my language. You're not gonna show me your butt to kiss and then we supposed to just accept you.
People can't grow?
No.
People can't grow?
No. Not in this sense.
Why not?
Because at the end of the day, like you showed, that's your heart, man. You just don't wake up out of nowhere and be, like, you know, just white and just be like, oh, look at those niggers over there.
All right, well, what about like with Kevin Hart when he said, you know, some offensive things that they dug up from his past and used that against him? He can't grow and think differently about, you know.
Hold on, what was those things? Oh, well, the LGBT. No, I don't think that he grew from that. I think he still believed what he said and he stand on what he said. It's just that now, of course, we have social media. So now
I'm just using him as an example. Like, people can't say the F word back in the day, like, oh, he had, no, I don't want to say it, and then think differently now because maybe they got a cousin that came out the closet.
No, I don't think they're gonna think different. Like, I just think that they're gonna lie about the truth. Well, their truth. They just gonna say, oh no.
So nobody grooves.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you just come out of nowhere and just switch up like, oh well. Cause that's something that he was like using that word, the F word, like right now we saying the F word like we talking about F-U-C-K, but we're not. But you can't even say it because of what, you know, 20 years how you felt about the word is still gonna be the same way. You're not gonna grow from it. You're not gonna just be like, oh, okay, well I'm not gonna use that word no more. We not gonna say it as far as, you know, our viewers, but you know, it's just. It's already in you. You just don't change. Now, if you tell me, if you give me a person that maybe had like something like a change of life experience, you know, maybe so, but maybe even like some type of spiritual death.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe so. Like, I mean, but I don't think it's just something that you just sit home like,
I mean, it depends. Some people get into like a higher learning and enlightenment, and then, you know, you go from there. You got to grow from somewhere. So if you sit down and you really think about it, and maybe you've seen the hurt that you caused by calling these people these names or something like that, that's a different thing. If you see the hurt, if you're not faced with it, then I don't think you can change. But if you face with it, I think there's a possibility.
Okay,
you can change.
So let me ask you this question.
Shoot.
As far as the LGBT community, the way that you feel and everything that happened in the world, do you feel anything different?
Now let's not talk about the LGBT community.
My point exactly.
No. I'm just saying I don't want to single them out. We can use any other community. Let's not use the LGBTQ whatever community.
Okay. I mean, well, you know, I don't know what else to use. I mean, because that was something that I know, like when we was growing up, how everybody felt. Like, as far as, I'm just talking about, like, just using words like, oh man, that's gay.
Oh, I'm not going to stop that.
See what I'm saying?
No, but it's different. It's because I'm not going to stop using the N-word. Even if I've said it 1,000 times, you know what, I'm going to try to stop using the N-word. It's not going to happen. It's in my vernacular now. Like, it comes out like like, I'm sorry. But as far as how I feel towards those people, it's definitely different. I think so. Because before, they couldn't walk past me. Now it's a little bit different. Because when we was growing up, you couldn't even be cool a little bit with the gay person unless they was relatives. And even then, you'd be like, man, that F-word.
But you know what? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I never had a problem with somebody that was in that life. It's just that you wasn't.
Nah, we treated them differently when we was growing up.
No.
We treated them differently.
I never treated them different. I promise you. I promise you.
You can play basketball with a gay person? We had this conversation already. That means you're treating them differently.
Hold on. No, that's not, no. That's not the same. If a gay person wants to play basketball, they can play basketball.
Are you going to guard them?
Yes.
The same way you guard somebody else?
Probably not. But it's no different than if somebody is bleeding or
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I'm gonna.
But the person bleeding, what's the reason you treat them different? Because they're bleeding.
Because they bleeding, and they might got something.
Why are you treating them differently?
I don't know. I don't want to come off the wrong ways. Like I don't know. Like I mean, most guys, most straight men always think this is the truth. Most straight men think every gay man wants them. Because that's how they come off. Like
I wouldn't say want them,
or
it's just like
I mean
whatever he wants. Let's just keep it over there, basically.
I'm cool. Like I mean, I don't have a problem.
Because I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to attack the LGBT community or use them as an example. Because then it's going to be like those homophobes, and that's not even the case.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, we growing up, we treated them differently.
She said, "What do that mean? People don't change. What do
that
mean? People don't change?
You don't think people change?
Well, when you use Kevin Hart and his situation as far as how he felt about the LGBT
community, I shouldn't have.
Yeah, but I don't think his opinion changed. I just think it was more so that I'm busted, and if I want to get on this show, I have to change the way that I look at it as far as the public view.
I have to say different things.
Yeah, I don't think that people change how they feel about, like I can't see, this is just me, you know what I mean? I can't see a man that became a racist. This is just, that's movie stuff, man. If somebody racist, like if a white person is racist, I don't see that them saying, oh, okay, well, I like black people now.
Unless it's voting season.
Of course. That's the only time.
Or they got a product to sell us that we buy in abundance.
She said, do people not change because they can? Not, or they do not want to. I just think that they don't want to. Like sometimes it's things that's already, so
it's possible they just don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for everybody to change. I mean, but, you know, most people don't want to change because how they feel about their crowd, like the people that they're around. So most people, most people can't change because, like you thinking about what people think about you. I remember one time, I give y'all a story. I remember one time, like everybody know, like I got a lot of family members that's in that community, and me and my friends, we was over at the house playing the game, and a gay guy, one of my family members, you know, one of the gay guys, I hate can't even, but whatever. He wanted to play the game, and everybody kind of like stepped back, like, whoa, like, bruh, like, you can't. But I didn't care. Like, I'm like, no, you got what you got. And he knew how to play. But at the same time, like, it was just like everybody kind of was like on edge, like, damn, dog, don't touch the controller. Like, no, you're still a human being. Like, I mean, that's not my choice of living, but at the same time, I can still treat you like a human being. You know what I mean? Like, all that changing the glasses, and, you know, like, people be saying that, like, I don't have a problem, you know, you using a cup and all that. I ain't got no. All I say is that that's not what my home, like, if you come to my home, ain't all that stuff is, you know, we don't play all those games, like, in my house. You know what I mean? None of that kissing, touching, and all that stuff. That's just how I am. But everything outside of that, like my cousins, I don't have no problem with none of that. Like, I never did. You know what I mean? But a lot of people have problems with it. You know what I mean? You come over, you know what I mean? We kick back, chill, we have conversations. I don't care about none of that. Wear your flags. It don't bother me. Because that's not the lifestyle that I live. You know what I mean? So when I think about it, that's just you don't bother me.
So as far as like I said, poor example. Like I said, I didn't want to use that as an example.
Even if you, but like, okay, well, let's just change that. Okay, like as far as a person that's racist, like you can never be around me. if you ever came off to even.
So it's canceled. Soon as you find out.
Yeah.
In the
It's
7th
no
grade, they said they use the N-word to describe anything or anybody. It's
Right.
like he's still racist. Cancel it.
Yeah, that's it. Like that guy in that situation, the video that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like I know, like if I ever see him, I don't, you know, I'm not gonna like fight him.
I think in that sense, yeah, because he's an adult. But they say your brain isn't even fully developed till you're
I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't care.
When you're a 14-year-old kid, and you really, and even if you were raised in that household, you ain't even a chance to think for yourself.
Well, if that's the case, you gotta think. That mean obviously, you know, if we was around each other, that mean I was 14 too. I'm still done. I'm cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like that in particular, that person, and you're saying they can't grow from that. They get out of their household.
No, they can't grow. They can't grow, but that don't mean that I have to grow with them.
No, I'm just saying. So that's why I say when it comes as far as because the young lady say, can they change or can't they change? And it's like, yeah, I think they can change.
Right.
I think they can change their viewpoint, and it might be other factors that come into play for that. But you know.
So you telling me a white person call you a nigga, right? No, I'm talking about the age of 14, right? You know, you in high school, whatever, 14. And you're now in your 30s, and you don't still see that person as a racist? You feel like that?
I think that's a little bit different because that was a personal attack on me. So I'm not gonna. You can't tell me anything because you personally attacked me.
Okay.
So it's like and I was 14 at the time.
Right.
So if I remembered it, then that means I felt some type of way about it.
Right.
So years later, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't trust that guy.
Okay. But even if it wasn't like attack on you, it was like, you know, he said it to the guy that was sitting in front of the classroom. You still gonna see him the same way. It don't matter how much he did. I mean, he could save all the kids in Africa
he save all the kids in Africa.
I mean, you
there's
still
black
gonna,
people who don't save all the kids in Africa.
No, you still gonna look at it like, oh man, he looking for a tax write-off. Like
if he's saving all the black kids in Africa, that's a lot of kids in Africa.
I mean, it still ain't gonna change my opinion. You know what I mean?
I know black people who ain't saving the damn kids in their community.
Listen,
they're killing them.
The moment that you show me who you are, it's now at that point, either you're gonna try to like prove yourself to me, but depending on what it is, you can never come up out of that for me. That's for me. Once I know you did something, you stuck at that.
As far as it goes, to expand that, to have a whole culture of that.
Meaning?
That's what I said, that's what the cancel culture is, having a whole culture of somebody saying there's no coming back from that. That kind of punishes people for a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I mean, maybe that's my immaturity, and maybe I need to grow. But at the same time, I'm not there. So no. What you said, I heard you. I'm okay with what you're doing or what you said, and I'm going to hold you to whatever you did or what you said, and that's it. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have said it, or you shouldn't have done it. That's just it. Like, I mean, no, you should be canceled. I'm not approved. Like, because at the end of the day, I can't really take you. Okay, do you believe in forgiveness? Yes, I do believe in forgiveness, but forgiveness don't have nothing to do with. I can forgive somebody and leave them over there. Like a person could call me out of my name, and I could just say, "Oh, okay, I forgive you," but that don't mean I trust you or anything. Because that obvious they could do that again. No, I'm not giving you. I mean, you know, it don't matter. Like that person can do it again regardless. But at the same time, you held for what you said. I heard what you said. You apologize. Okay, I hear you, but it's done. It's kind of like murder. Like once you kill somebody, it's no bringing that person back. Like you don't get a second chance as far as life. You know what I mean? Not here on earth. So while somebody say something about me, you don't even know when like if they change their like their personality, or whoever they are, they're supposed to be. We don't know if they've really changed. They could be just like we said. Well, like I said, Kevin Hart. I think it was more so for the viewers. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? No, I can't.
She said, "What about Mercy/Grace?"
It's too deep. I mean, who I am, I would want to, but I'm not looking to be hurt. Like, I'm not. When you injure yourself, like as far as like breaking your leg, you breaking your arm, your body healed, and you could be back 100%. But it's more like a mental game as far as you trusting your leg again, because you don't want to feel that pain. And that's how it is when you dealing with somebody and they wrong you. You know what I mean? Somebody call you a nigga and they say, "Oh man, I didn't mean to call you a nigga today." Like, "Oh man, it just slipped out." No, it didn't just slip out. I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying. You apologize, but we can no longer be like this anymore. And I mean, it might not be said, but I'm gonna hold you for what was said. Nah, I'm sorry. That's just how I am today. Maybe I need more growing, but right now, never happened. This is where you fall at in my life.
You don't believe mistakes happen?
I don't think a white person could just.
No. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, mistakes do happen.
What the whole cancel culture is, you make that mistake. You said that tweet X amount of years ago or whatever. They want to. It's a wrap. You can't do this no more. Like Bill can't. They want to strip Bill's legacy from everything.
Well, I mean, if he done that, he was convicted, and then the charges dropped. So that whole situation.
Take the Cosby's off the air. No more syndication.
See, but at the same time, it was like, yeah and no, like, because we don't really know. But let's just say he did do it. There's no forgiveness for that. Like,
take the Cosby's off the air.
If it was 100% that he admitted to doing it and all that stuff, take him off. There's no changing your life after that.
My only thing with that is that's a murky situation because Temple ain't giving that money back.
Yeah, I mean, but they took everything from. I mean, as far as like.
But they ain't giving that money back.
No, they ain't giving that money back. All the schools, pretty much. All the schools that he donated. Fitzsimons was one of them too. He had like a whole little situation. We had what is called we couldn't even walk through the it was like a glass. I forgot what it was called, but in Fitzsimons it was like a glass that you walk through.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby had all these pictures and all this stuff in there, and since he went to Fitzsimons, and he gave money to Fitzsimons, they told us that we couldn't even walk through there. But they snatched everything once Bill, once the situation. But the same thing with
They ain't giving that bread back though.
What's the coach name for Penn State?
Penn State, Joe Pa.
Matter of fact, Sasha went to Penn State since she on here. Sasha.
Or you talking about Joe Pa or Sandusky?
No, Joe Pa, because he had the statue. They removed it. Yeah. They said, "Oh no, you knew, and you ain't say, nah, you out here, bro." It didn't even matter. Like all
he wins back.
None of hold on, they did let him get back into the Pac-10 or whatever. Like,
I don't know, but I'm saying they ain't canceling the national championships.
No, they did take them. No, they did.
The school does. I'm saying the school still
recognize
them.
The school still definitely recognized everything was the same. They removed that.
Listen, took down the statue. Yeah,
they removed that statue immediately. And all what he done for the school, but that's what go. Yeah, you just don't do something and then you can just get it. No, I believe in second chances as far as, like if you did bad and you do your time and you come home, but that don't mean, huh?
You still listen to R. Kelly?
Truthfully, it's not by like I don't listen to R. Kelly, but it's not like I won't listen to R. Kelly. R. Kelly haven't been convicted of nothing. I'm just saying, it's not for me to choose. Everything sounds. Listen,
This is part of the cancel culture. You don't wait for conviction. Cancel culture isn't get convicted in the court of law. It's basically just too much smoke going on over there. Taking songs off the radio.
But you can't. Hold on. But you can't.
But that's what cancel culture is.
No.
That's what it is, though.
No, that's not fair. If you canceling, hold on. If you hold on. I didn't know what cancel culture was.
That's part of it.
Allegation.
This is public. The court. You're being tried in the court of public opinion.
No, if it's more so if you're convicted of something or it was proof or evident that what you done, like Darren Sharp, he's done. Like we stripped up. I mean, he's safety for Green Bay.
He was just as good as a rapist as he was a safety.
Right. So he was convicted of that. And he pled to it. Like he pled guilty. So because he knew like what was going on. So he doing 20. And I mean, the guy had a great career. He also went to. Did he go to the Hall of Fame?
I think he was borderline, but I don't think he went to the Hall of Fame.
But he would have been like at some point. Yeah, but all that script. He was on. He was an analyst and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. All that stuff got stripped away. Now once he do his time and he come home, you're not getting that job back. Warren Sapp. He paid a prostitute $200. He admitted to it. Warren Sapp said, "Listen, I didn't rape her. I paid her $200. Okay, no problem. You're not getting your job back, buddy." And that was it. It don't matter if it was accidentally, like, oh, I accidentally, wanted some head from her, and, I got caught or whatever. No, it's no turning. He would never be on NFL Network again.
Yeah, he anyway. Definitely is. And she just got a little deeper. She said, so the same thing goes for you too. Do you deserve mercy? I'm not saying let people be not accountable for their wrongs.
Well, she probably just went to die. Yeah, the same thing definitely go for me. So if I done something wrong, I never did nobody like that. Like, because I know if I was a rapist, I would not expect nobody want me to be around their family because I had done that crime. If I murdered somebody, I'm not expecting like the family to greet me with open arms if I get out of jail. Like I'm not expecting that. So if I done something, I gotta stand on it. I could be apologetic about it, but I can't say that, oh, okay, well, you just forgive and forget. No, it's not a forget moment. You can forgive, but you can't forget what happened.
But even in the R. Kelly situation, he knows if he did it or not, whether he's been convicted or not.
Right, that's true.
He knows if he did it. He knows if he did it.
Right. I mean, but of course he not,
That makes it even worse.
Everybody bring up the elite stuff, but it's just like
that's pretty much convicted right there.
But he had a whole. Aaliyah was alive. R. Kelly was singing when Aaliyah was still alive. Aaliyah passed, died in a car crash, tragedy, and R. Kelly was still singing. And then they brought out like this little thing that was going on with MBT or whatever. And then that's when R. Kelly got arrested. It wasn't because nobody went on and told.
Murder is a capital offense where you can get killed too for murder. In some places, it's 25 to life. Right. But you still, like you said, you still can't bring that person back. You murdered them, whether it was first degree, manslaughter, second degree, third degree. You can't bring that person back. Even if you did it in Illinois, you get 15 years. You do it in Pennsylvania, you get 5 years. It's different laws, but we can see clearly that person ain't coming back. Clearly, R. Kelly corrupted a 15, 16-year-old girl, whether the law or the state says it was allowed or not.
If he legally got married to Aaliyah, that was okay in that state. So he's not considered a predator.
Yeah.
So if that state said that you can marry at 16, it's no age.
That don't take away the intent though. That don't take away the intent, because he still was trying to marry a 16-year-old. His brain wasn't developed in that state. He circumvented the rules so that he could do that. That'll make him still not a predator. That just made him not being able to get convicted of being a predator.
Okay, you remember me and you had this conversation as far as like animals, like eating animals. Like when you go to China, like they eat cat, but we look at them totally different because they eat cat, but that's what goes on in their country. Now, in a lot of countries, a grown man can have sex with a 12-year-old. It's no statutory rape in these countries. You can literally marry a 12-year-old. I don't know how many countries it is or how many, like where is it at? But I know it's tons of them. Because I know a lot of people that was in the army. And they were saying like, the women is built, a little, thicker or whatever. And they can have sex with a 12-year-old and they won't get in trouble. That's just a law that's in the United States. Now, what if that law, when the day that you was born, it was no statutory? Like you can be with any age of a woman. We wouldn't be saying that right now. Because if you go to another country and you see it, it looks weird to you because of the rules that's in the United States. And well, for some states anyway.
Like I said, that still don't take away your intent because your idea isn't to be with a woman your age or older. It's specifically to be with a younger woman for whatever reason. You're not going to tell me that the 12-year-old is thicker. They're thicker than 12-year-olds here, but you're not going to tell me that 12-year-old reminds you of a 30-year-old woman. A 12-year-old woman in this third world country reminds you of a 20-year-old woman in the United States of America.
I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not for it. But at the same time, beyond a reasonable doubt, you have to prove this stuff. Nobody come on, let's be honest. Only thing that people can stamp, and Dame Dash said, Aaliyah told me some things that I'm not gonna bring up. What are we going off of now? All we know is that he was able to get married to a woman that state allowed. At that time, I think he was 26 and she was 16. But what else? Nobody had nothing else. Everybody just saying this stuff. Show me evidence. If he's doing all this stuff, you have to show me something. Because now, what if all this stuff was made up? Now, granted, I don't think it was all made up, but at the same time, I don't.
But that's where the cancel culture comes into play at, because at that point in time, okay, is the Aaliyah thing enough? Is it enough or not enough for you to be like, he can't come around my kids?
I don't think I don't think at that time it was enough.
I'm talking about knowing what you know now, even with nothing being convicted, just the Aaliyah thing enough to know. Okay, is he allowed on the playground when your kids is playing and he ain't got no kids?
I don't know. Like I don't. As a father, hell no. But at the same time,
that's it. That's it.
But I'm just, that's just me as a dad because
hey, that's your job. That's all. And that's where people take it into effect on their end. Like, nah, I ain't listening to no more R. Kelly. Yeah, pedophile. And a lot of people start out with, as a parent, I can't condone what he did. Regardless of whatever state he was in, I can't condone what he did as a parent, because I know as a parent, I wouldn't want my 16-year-old daughter dating a 30-year-old man. I don't give a damn what state they in. I don't give a damn what country they in. I wouldn't want my 16-year-old daughter with a 30-year-old man at any point in time.
I mean, but part of that is because that's the way that we was raised. But you go to a different country.
That's all I can go off of.
Yeah, I mean, you go to a different country.
You go to a different country, you can eat another human being.
Right. Now that's true.
I'm cool.
Now what you gonna say? What you gonna say about them?
You're a dead cannibal.
Damn. I mean, but that's what they do out there. Like that's their
and that's why they came up with the word cannibal.
I mean, they eat cats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We look at that. Ew, that's nasty. That's
just whether it's a cat or it's a cow. You're a carnivore. But
would you eat cat?
No, hell no.
Why?
Not knowingly.
Why?
I don't want to.
They eat them in China though.
Alright, I'm not Chinese. And I've never been to China.
I don't have a problem trying out a little cat.
I go over there. I might be a damn commodity.
I got no problem eating a little.
Oh shoot! It's been so long, I forgot how to do it.
Yeah, go ahead, just start hitting some buttons, man. I'm gonna say this button right here.
Sorry, folks, you gotta bear with us. It's been a long time. Yeah. Took us a while to find the button.
I don't have no problem eating a little. I mean,
Mr. Whispers in.
nah, man. Listen, man. I go to China, man. I'm definitely gonna chase some cat with a cat in my house. Like I wouldn't care. I had a pet rabbit and I ate rabbit. I eat rabbit. You ever had a rabbit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but would you eat rabbit?
I don't think so.
You never tried it?
Nah.
Rabbit is pretty good. It's pretty damn good, isn't it? I had a frog. I ate
I
frog.
don't know. I mean, my uncle, he's the hunts. I don't know. I think deer and duck is as far as I ventured out past the the regular chicken, fish.
Oh man, listen, man. You
Yeah.
cooking. Man, you're cooking, right? I'm eating it. You know what I mean?
tried alligator.
No, I actually was looking for a little gator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was looking
Haven't
for.
tried snake.
I actually wanted to try snake, rattlesnake to be exact. I wanted to try rattlesnake. They said rattlesnake is pretty damn good. Rattlesnake burgers, that's pretty good.
Oh wow. So she said whose account do you think laws should be based? I mean, it's a little difficult to base. You can't really have too many universal laws.
That's true.
Got to be governed.
It's
from
based
state
off
to
of,
state to state. Because
pretty much where he was born or wherever the act happened. But they allowed it. You know what I mean? Like people keep forgetting wherever state that they got married at, it was okay. I wasn't Virginia.
It was okay to hang niggas at one point in time.
That law at that time, but at that time,
and we know, okay, for what? What sense did that make? We ain't do nothing to y'all. Y'all brought us here. Brought us over here to hate on us. That don't make any sense. Sometimes we gotta face it. Sometimes the lawmakers don't know what the hell they doing. Because we got a bunch of people in jail for selling marijuana, and the United States at this point in time is making millions, probably billions at this point in time.
I think it's definitely billions.
Billions of dollars selling marijuana to the same people they wanted to lock up.
Yeah, that's
cancel culture. Cancel those people's time in jail.
I mean, and we gonna put it all in the like just a whole. I'm sorry, but we should. You know what I mean? Just the.
I want.
And then at that point,
if you only caught me with weed, I should be let out of jail. If I'm in jail for any amount of time, I don't care how much I had. I don't care if it was $1 million worth. It still don't equal up to what the government is selling.
But then at that point, you have to work your way back. Like I mean, as far as like building your trust. I mean, some things you're not. Well, something, like if you steal from somebody, I can be more forgiving for you for stealing from somebody else, and and develop. If you like a child molester and stuff like that, and there's notes like, nah, I wouldn't care if you change your life. I don't care if you gave your life to Allah, Christ, Buddha. Like I wouldn't care. Like it wouldn't matter to me. It wouldn't matter to me. No, you're not coming around. Definitely mines. You're not coming around, and you're a murderer. You cleaned your life up. I don't give a damn. You still might come. That little switch in your head might you might feel like murder. At Thanksgiving.
I think depends on who you murdered.
Well, if it was more so
if
like
if it was a pedophile, I wouldn't.
Well, I mean,
that did the world a favor.
I'm talking about like
it was funny because I forgot what the hell I was looking at. They were interviewing this lady. She came out they took her out of her house in handcuffs. He was like, "How do you feel about how you killed that guy?" She was like, "I killed that that pedophile, and I did the world a favor, and I'll do it again." I was like, "Damn."
I was just watching a video somebody post, and okay, so I give y'all this story. So it was two people that a couple, a man and a woman, broke into in the house, and the guy was 80 years old, and he shot,
and she was pregnant,
and he shot her. He's like, yeah, I shot her ass. He said, yeah, I shot her ass. She said, no, please don't shoot me, I'm pregnant. He said, I didn't give a damn, I shot her. So the question was he wrong? I said, fuck no, he wasn't wrong. She broke into his house.
It's messed up.
She knew she was pregnant before she walked in his house.
It's messed up the outcome for the unborn child, but he was not wrong.
He wasn't wrong. Because like he said, he didn't know she didn't have to break into his house. She chose, like, that was a conscious decision. Well,
while she was pregnant.
While she was pregnant. She knew that she was pregnant. So I don't have no sympathy because she was pregnant. I feel bad because it was an unborn child.
But she got what she
And she did. She died, right?
Yeah.
I think he killed her.
Yeah. From what they said, they said he killed. It said, it said the headline was like, man kills couple or two people or whatever. Like he said they was dead. He was gone.
I was like,
so really he killed 3 people.
I mean, what you gonna say? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like they went into his house. Oh, and they said they wrestled with him.
Yeah.
But it was somehow that he was able to get his 22.
As they were running out.
Right. He was able to get. The whole man was packing.
He went to that drawer.
And he hit that ass.
Yeah.
Boop boop. Set that ass down. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they chose to break into that house.
Mm-hmm.
And then they scuffled with him. They could have seen him. He in there. We out. No, they want to follow through with it. He 80.
And she want to be like, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. Like, he ain't trying to hear that.
I'm an abortion doctor.
He was more than that. He was the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He was the Undertaker. Because listen, man.
And that was as they were interviewing me, bad eyelash.
He didn't even care. It was just like, yeah, she told me she was pregnant, and I shot her. I was like, damn. She was pregnant. Now, granted, like me, like I probably would have had a little sympathy.
What did you say?
It was messed up.
He
didn't give a hell.
No.
Whatever. But I'm not gonna say, because at the same time, you don't know when somebody breaking into your home, like you don't know what they're
wrestling with you at that point in time.
And wrestling with you, so you don't know what's their intent.
They get the upper hand. You never know what they would have done to him. They already broke into his home and fought him. They didn't leave.
Right.
They fought him as they broke into his home after they was caught.
He got to that 22. I said, damn, he had a 22. He said, beep, beep. And you figured that he was, he knew what he was going to do. Like, it was like,
yeah, every intent.
He got loose, got to 22.
He said, I got something for that ass.
See, but he wasn't wrong. People say, was he wrong?
Nope.
No. And you don't know, because you pregnant, she could have been packing a 45.
Stay out of people's homes.
That's all she had to do, is not be in his house.
That's it. That's all she had to do.
That's it. You know what I mean? You could have stole from the corner store, but at the same time, that same outcome could have happened. But that's a choice. You don't have to go into somebody's house. Right now, we could be breaking into somebody's house. We choose to be sitting here doing podcasts.
Nice.
Right, so listen, he was like, yeah, she told me she was pregnant. I was like, damn. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of bothering me because how he was saying it on air. It's like, yeah, she told me she's pregnant. And I shot her anyway. I was like, damn. I don't know if I would have done that. You know what I mean?
But they was tussling with him in his home. Like, some people, their home is really their sanctuary. Like,
yeah.
You come in and disturb that, they ready to blow the whole world up. So
maybe,
you gotta understand, he 80, so he feels some type of way. Like, y'all wrestling with me, I'm 80 years old. Man, take it, like, he done worked more times than they've been alive.
And it was 2 of them. So they should at least scuffed him up enough so that he couldn't get to but he 80. He knew to run and get that damn pistol and tag that. And he shot I think he shot the other person, but they lived. It wasn't, or maybe. I'm not sure, but I was just looking at the interview. I was like, damn, he cold. He was like, yeah, I'm 80. But at the same time, I seen a woman that was 80 years old, and a man broke into her house and he beat.
I know one guy.
But he beat her down bad. Like, no, this one, I don't think he raped her, but he beat her down. And she said, if I was 20 years younger, I could have took him. I was like, miss, if you 80 and 20 years younger, you still old as hell. I think you might not still, you know what I mean? Like, this guy was like 20 and 30s. Like, he had like more energy that you gave him, the more he beat you down. So, I mean, and granted, she did put up a good fight, but punches was in bunches. I'm sorry, dude. He was hitting her with some blows. She unlocked the door to go in the house, and he like ran behind her. That type of thing. It was like a home invasion, but he ain't had no gun. And he just like kind of like beat her down, like punched on her, stomped on her, and you know she was fighting back. But he was hitting her. He was dropping bombs on her. Like he was hitting her. But I'm thinking like if you was 20 years younger, it could have been worse for you. But you know, he still got whatever he went in there for. It was her purse. He took her purse with her. And that was pretty much it. I mean, but you went to the man, the older guy, he had the pistol. I mean, ain't no wrestling. I mean, when you get a certain age, I don't know why guys, your body automatically start breaking down. I won't give a damn how old you are. Like everybody be thinking like, oh, I'm strong. I'm 50. I'm 60. Man, listen. Once you in your 50s, like in your 40s, you still can bang a little bit. Some people in your 50s, you can bang a little bit. A little bit. Once you in your 60s, it's pistol time. You shoot everybody. Point blank period. Bah. That's it. Who? My mom? Bah. Fire.
I got no business tussling with none of these young cats out here.
Hey, I mean, nah. Like right now, you know, I'm in my 30s, you can tussle a little bit. I'm in my 40s, tussle a little. Once I hit my 50s, shoot first.
Ask questions later.
That's what Jeezy said. Shoot first, ask questions later. Man, that's it, man. Love y'all.
Good to see y'all again.
We got some new stuff. Oh, we gotta let y'all know we got some new stuff going on. I mean, a lot of people jumped off. We got some new stuff going on. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of changes. We're gonna be posting stuff. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and YouTube. No Holding Thoughts, and Facebook. No Holding Thoughts.
Everything.
Y'all just follow. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be surprised.
Shoot wasn't when we shooting in the gym. Shoot you wasn't when we shooting in the gym.